Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be pulling back out my Rude Cosmetics Roaring 20's Reckless palette. I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do today, but I knew I wanted to use this palette, and so I decided I wanted to do a little palette bingo with it. So I'm going to randomly generate, I'm debating between 5 or 6 shades, and those are the shades that I need to use to create a look. I thought this one would be pretty fun because there is quite a bit of variety within this palette. So this is the one that I wanted to reach for. So I think I'm going to start with 5 shades and maybe roll in a 6th shade. I want to make it challenging, but not too challenging. So we're going to start with 5. So I have my pretty random app set from 1 to 20. So the first shade is number 13. So 13 is the shade Swanky right here. Just a nice light matte purple shade, and I will swatch all of these at the end as well. The next shade is number 18. And that is the shade Chippy right here. So just a darker kind of purpley brown matte shade. I think those two will pair very nicely together. Then we have 14, which is the shade Razzle. I'm just getting all the same shades from right in the same area, but I really do like that shade. It's super pretty. Then 19 is the shade Spats, which is another matte shade. I might have to do 6 shades. Then number 9 is the shade Glitzy. And I am going to just roll in one more shade. And we get shade number 5, which is Hot Dog right there. So I'm going to swatch all these out for you so you can see the color story we're working with. And then we'll jump into the eye look. So here is the color story that we will be using for this look. It started out pretty cohesive, but I am excited to see what kind of look I can create with this and to just play around with this palette some more. So let's just jump right into the eye look. Alright, the first shade I want to take from this set is Swanky. And I have an idea for the look I want to create, but we'll see if it turns out. I want to do something kind of just fun and creative. I don't want to just use these shades how I would typically just reach for them. So I'm going to just focus this one right in the inner portion of my crease. And we will just see what we can do with this look. This might turn out not looking as good as I would hope, but it's going to be a trust the process kind of look, I think. The next shade I want to take is Chippy. And I'm going to focus this lower in the inner portion of my crease, just to start adding some depth. And I will go in and blend these two together as well. But I kind of want to just place the color down first. I really like to use palette bingos to just kind of be more creative with my makeup, because I feel like otherwise I would just reach for the same shades and create just similar looks, but this kind of pushes me out of my comfort zone a little bit, depending on the color story, obviously, which is really nice. So I'm just going back and forth with these two purple shades and blending them through the crease. Alright, next I want to take Spats, and I'm going to start working this in the outer portion of my crease. And blending it in with the purples. So just working this color right out here. And when there's less product, I'll blend upwards, just so we don't have any super harsh lines. And then I will, of course, go in with the purple shades and just make sure everything gets blended. So far, I am liking what these shades all look like together, so that's good. And I'm just going to bring this lighter purple kind of over the top of that spat shade as well, just to make sure everything gets blended out. All right, next I want to take Hot Dog, and this is the start of where this could go south very quickly, but I want to focus the shade right in the outer corner, outer V area. I feel like usually when I get a shade that doesn't really match with the rest of the shades, I'll just stick it on my lower lash line, but I really didn't want to do that today. I wanted to be a little bit more creative. So I'm going to see how I can blend all of these matte shades together through the crease to get a nice look. I'm going to go back in with spats as well and just blend out. I don't want to overblend these shades at all either, but I want it to just look kind of seamless transitions through each of them. So I'm just going to work on that a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, now for the shimmers, the first one I'm going to start with is Razzle. And I am picking this up on a brush, and I'm going to wet the brush a bit. So these shimmers don't really go with this look either, but I'm still going to work with them. Oh, that is pretty. So I'm just going to pack this one blended in with the matte green shade. I wanted this one in the outer corner because it's slightly warmer than the other shimmer. And I felt like the outer corner was slightly warmer because of spats. So I wanted to start with this one. And I'm going to stop kind of just halfway through my lid, just kind of right in the center is where I'm packing that. It's so pretty. All right, then I'm just going to flip this same brush over and take this shade right here, Glitzy. And once again, I am going to wet my brush with this shade. And I'm going to put this one in the inner portion of my lid and blend the two together. So I'm just packing this one down. And just making sure we cover the lid evenly. I will just kind of keep flipping the brush over where these two meet so that we can blend them together. Alright, next I'm going to go back in with the crease shades and just re-intensify them, blend them together a little better, just so we get a good pigmented look with all of these shades. So I'm just going to work on just going back and forth with pretty much all of these shades until we get the look right where I want it. Alright, so here is what we are looking like. I am thinking this is just where I want to end this look. I don't really have a good inner corner shade from these 6 that were chosen, and I don't really want to do anything to the lower lash line because I'm pretty happy with how this looks right now, and I don't want to mess it up by adding more color, so I'm going to go add some mascara and be right back. Alright, here is the final look. So once again, this was our color story and how we translated all those on the eyes. I am actually pretty happy with how this turned out. The blending might not be the absolute best, but I'm honestly not an expert, so I am pretty happy with how this turned out. Let me know what you guys think of this look, and if you would like to see more of these style videos with the palette bingo, or just any other suggestions you may have. I am always happy to take suggestions from you all and create some videos. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. And with all of that said, I will see you in my next video. Bye!